Members of the Alberta Historical Resources Foundation Board of Directors took some time out from their meeting to tour Olds and take in some of the historical buildings in town. One of their stops was the former CIBC Bank building in Uptowne Olds, which is now home to Pandora's Boox and Tea.
So the Alberta Historical Resources Foundation is meeting here in Olds this weekend, and so the meeting is really for the board meeting. And the Alberta Historical Resources Foundation funds not only heritage conservation, building rehabilitation, the Alberta Museums Association, the Archive Society of Alberta. So it's a really important organization that funds and supports a lot of our heritage work in Alberta. Well, Olds is a member of our Alberta Main Street program, and that program is designed to help historic communities with historic commercial districts. So Olds really has that significant collection of historic downtown buildings, and so Olds is accredited in the Main Street program. So that's one of the unique things that Olds has right now that's really special.
The group continued to tour at Olds College, which recently celebrated its centennial year. In the evening, there was a reception at the Pomeroy Inns and Suites at Olds College.
Well, the Alberta Heritage Foundation tour that we were blessed to use the Olds College bus for today in this cold weather was very fruitful. Actually, I've lived here for 30 years in Olds, and I learned a lot myself. We toured the 2 old red barns at the Olds College. We toured all the heritage sites in Uptowne Olds.
Here today, and that's just awesome. For new friends joining us this afternoon, I'm Michelle Jorgensen, and I'm the Heritage Advisor for the town of Olds.
You know, we are just so lucky to have so many historic buildings, spaces individually, but also as a whole. If I've noticed one thing as I'm working with heritage conservation advisors that come from Alberta Culture on our tour today, a comment that I hear recurring is, wow, you know, what an amazing number of historic properties in such great condition, and you know, to have that is really a gift.
The members of the board were presented with items to remind them of Olds, including a top hat, which is becoming an iconic symbol for the historical Uptowne Olds business district.
On behalf of the board, thank you for the wonderful welcome to Olds, Mayor Judy. This has just been tremendous. The reception we had when we first arrived here, and but the most successful ones have married heritage conservation with economic development, and that's the support that we're trying to provide through the Alberta Main Street program to communities to preserve their historic main streets, but also to have a thriving business communities and economic redevelopment and business revitalization in our historic downtown cores. I think you've done an excellent job here, and our model for other communities in terms of how you've collaborated together to bring all the different aspects of your cultural community, your education community, your business community, and your municipal government together to promote your heritage, to preserve it, and to reap some of the economic benefits of doing that.
And unearthed this 60 million year old chaposaur. It's one of only 3 in all of North America. It's one of only 1 in Alberta. It's a crocodile type fossil. The archaeologists at Tyrrell tell me this is a career-making find, and I thought I'd bring it with me today to help celebrate your visit. So thanks very much.
That unit or program area undertakes the research and analysis required to understand whether a particular place is in fact an historic place. So we look at, generally speaking, places that are 50 years old or older, and we ask fundamentally whether the place is significant because of its architecture, its design, or its method of construction, or because of its association with historic events or people or institutions. And then we ask whether the place still looks the way it did when it became significant. That's a term we call integrity. And the programs that we offer and that we're talking about here tonight are ones that help the community do that. So it's our role in a sense is about capacity building. And if the community's interested, we can work very closely with them. We've got some pretty skilled staff members in that area that have done a lot of this work. The thing that impresses me about Olds is one of the words that was used today on our tour by the lady who was presenting about the Ag Society was the word synergy. And I think the Uptowne Olds, the Ag Society, the Historical Society, Olds College are all working together in a very collaborative way. And you can feel the energy and the excitement that creates.
Leon Durand, chair of the Uptowne Olds Committee, talked to us about the role that organization plays in preserving the heritage of the town.
Well, I suppose Uptowne Olds was somewhat instrumental in getting this thing going, in that we were sort of the ones that started talking to the Alberta government about the Main Street program and its new paradigm. We became one of the first two communities ourselves at Wainwright to actually become a Main Street Alberta town, and we became accredited as well. We were also one of the first two to become accredited. So that now allows us to have the business owners or property owners be able to protect these historic resources and do so with some extra funding available from the government on matching grants. The partnerships we have in town are what makes this program work. With the Olds Institute, with the Town of Olds, all those members of the Olds Institute, with the Alberta Municipal Heritage Plan, and hundreds, thousands of volunteer hours. You can't say enough about the number of volunteers that have made this program start and perpetuate. So this is something we plan on continuing. So it's a very good thing for Olds.
Olds Community TV, your go-to channel for news and information in Olds, Alberta.